What's up, everyone? Back at you once again with the Bigote Brothers podcast. And
That's it, man. That's what we gotta start doing.
yep,
Shout out Alex Caruso,
yep,
the Bigote Brothers podcast. Yeah.
yes, sir.
All right. Look, I gotta admit, I did something. I saw something weird on the weekend. I just gotta
Right.
share. Okay. Are you familiar with who Sydney Sweeney is by any
Yeah.
chance?
Uh huh.
Right. She's an actress, and yeah, she's in the show called Euphoria. She's pretty popular for
Right.
some reason. She was in that god awful Spider-Man movie. By the way, I didn't
Oh.
watch. Nobody watched that. That was shit. I haven't
Yeah.
really seen it yet. But she was in the news recently. So what she did was she partnered with a soap company.
Yeah, Sasquatch one.
I forgot what the name is. But
It's like a
what they did.
men's soap. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a men's grooming company, right? That's
Right.
kind of the big deal right now. They sell a lot
Right.
of soaps. I think they sell deodorants as well. By the way,
Uh,
I don't know what kind of deodorant you should be using, but I read somewhere that you should be staying away from those aluminum based ones. I don't know how real that is.
Aluminum-based
So-
ones examples were.
So like, I mean, you can see it on the box itself if
The
you buy
box,
it. So these are there's antiperspirants and there's
right.
anti scents ones, just to
Uh-huh.
make your underarms not smell bad, but
Right.
some will prevent you from sweating. Apparently the latter ones are bad because they contain aluminum, so aluminum kind
Yeah.
of thing. So I
Right.
mean, I just started not getting the deodorants with aluminum
Aluminum.
in it. So you can
Yeah.
see it
Noted.
you can see it there if you're just going into your store or whatever.
Right.
Just look for aluminum free. But yeah, this
Yeah.
company sells those kinds of deodorants.
Right.
So yeah, Sydney Sweeney is one of their endorsers. And recently, I don't know how real of a stunt this is, but they essentially just started selling this soap that has a little bit of Sydney Sweeney's bath water in it.
Shit.
Okay, so they put, I don't know, look here, I don't know how real this is, if they really put bath water in it, whatever. But
Right.
the way they marketed it is that every bar of soap you buy from this specific
Right.
soap product that they have has a little bit of her bath water in it, and there's a certificate because I think there's only 5,000 of them sold,
What the hell?
right? So there's just a certificate to say, oh, you got one of the 5,000 of these bars of soap. Okay, now it went live, I believe, yesterday at 12 noon Eastern.
Right.
And it sold out, man. It's crazy. It got sold out. People wanted this. Obviously, if you know who Sydney Sweeney is, it kind of makes sense, right? Let's be real. She's very unique. Let's just put it that way. Now, it kind of got me thinking, right? Celebrities and putting their names on products as
Right.
is a tale as old as time. We've
Yeah.
seen it.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Do you have any favorites?
I would say, I'm really not too well versed on on celebrity endorsements, but a lot of stuff like the George Foreman grill, that's been around for some time. George Foreman,
Rest in peace.
Rest in
The
peace.
champ.
Yep, he's the champ, and he made a product that pretty much sold a lot of
Did you have
lot-
one?
Yeah, I didn't have one, but it sold a lot of he sold a lot of products with his name on it.
He really put his name on food products, which is kind of
Right.
I mean, which is kind of funny. He was a heavyweight and all that, and
Yeah.
I know how successful that is. And I mean,
Paul Newman, yeah.
there's still a lot more celebrity brands that I remember.
Right.
I don't know if you.
Let's mention Paul Newman. Newman's own salad dressing.
Oh, that's right. The dressing.
Yeah,
The dressing.
yeah,
Yes, yes.
dressing. Yeah.
And you have-
I had this.
What's that?
Remember Michael Jordan cologne?
Ah,
I
he was
had
one of the
that.
first ones who did that. I remember.
Yeah.
I remember everybody wanted Michael Jordan cologne because
Yeah, I had
it's
Michael
just.
Jordan cologne. Yeah.
Did it smell good at least?
It smelled like the 90s, that's for sure. It was good though, yeah.
But again, celebrities launching brands isn't new. I mean, look, we grew up in the hip hop culture.
Right.
We grew up loving hip hop culture, and I remember as a kid about Sean John I
Sean
know
John
it's a Diddy brand, but it's Sean John.
Diddy.
And you got Wu Wear.
Wu Wear,
Everybody
of
loves Wu
course.
Wear.
I had a couple Wu Wear shirts back then.
And Rockaware is another one.
Rockaware, Jay Z, yeah.
I had that. I had that. So there was a last time I went to, I think it was 2018 or something like
Uh-huh.
that. There was a Rockaware store in the Gilroy outlets in
Right.
California.
Uh-huh.
I bought a couple of shirts, bro. I
Yeah.
think I still have them somewhere. But yeah,
And then,
I had some.
of course, Beats was
That's right.
before it was Dr. Dre's brand before he kind of
Sold it to Apple.
he sold it to Apple. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I know the marketing was crazy on that one. I remember because
Oh yeah.
they kind of marketed it as like the best kinds of earphones you can
I
wear.
like them, but there's a bit too much bass.
I think that was probably the target market,
That was the
right?
target.
It was
Yeah,
more
yeah,
of.
'cause- yeah.
I remember NBA players just wearing that in flights
Right.
and whatnot before
Also,
AirPods came around.
Rihanna and Kylie in the makeup brands.
And yeah, my wife was mentioning like Rihanna and Kylie Jenner
Yeah.
and makeup and
I mean,
stuff.
I mean, Rihanna made more
Yeah.
from selling Fenty than her music,
Right. Exactly.
right?
Yeah, 100%.
She's a billionaire because of Fenty.
Yeah, yeah.
Right? I mean, I remember that's my wife likes that too, and she complains of it being sold out, but not hard to get.
Right.
You know that, yeah. So Kylie, as well as you mentioned, Selena Gomez has her own line.
Right.
I mean, celebrities putting their names and everything is not that new. You even have right
Right.
now. I think the more popular way of them doing it is through alcohol,
Yeah.
right? So you got, I mean, Michael Jordan has his own alcohol.
Right.
You got LeBron promoting his I think it's whiskey or rum or Lobos is whiskey. I don't know.
Right.
I mean, the Breaking Bad guys, they have their own
Yeah.
tequila,
Yeah.
right? That's pretty
Yeah.
successful. Good for them,
Yeah. Bryan Cranston.
right? Bryan Cranston and Aaron Paul. But
Yeah.
the thing is, those are the tame ones. There are some stuff that's
There's some
out of
weird
this
shit.
world. there's some weird shit. Okay, I did some digging really, and I found a couple. So
Right.
let's just check it out. So first one is the weirdly named Kardashian card. So it's case. It's a debit
What?
card
It's a
with the
debit-
Kardashians' name on it. so imagine pulling your card out. You got those three women.
That's so
And-
tacky.
It's a debit card with insane rates as well. So
Right.
if you're the target market, you're probably just swamped in interest and fees and whatnot.
Yeah, of course.
You're not
Oh,
probably gonna
gosh,
feel like a
100%.
baller.
Yeah.
And another thing that I found, and this I laughed loud. I laughed loud when I saw this. Corn was selling their own brand of coffee, corn coffee
Corn.
with a K.
Do you remember in high school, like Corn and Limp Bizkit were like the bands,
Bro, what are you talking about? They're still the bands now, man. What are you talking about? They're still
know.
the shit. I know. I love. I still. I still love those bands to this day, man.
Yeah.
Did you have the red Yankees hat when you were there?
No, I did not.
I
Yeah.
had one. I had one at home. Yeah, I had one at home. I had a red Yankees
The
hat.
Fred
I
Durst.
was just proudly wearing like Fred Durst. Yeah, the Yankees fitted. That was on the way back like Fred Durst.
Yeah.
I had that. So there's another one, and I saw the commercial for this. It's really funny.
Oh,
So Mike Tyson, obviously he's
right.
Mike Tyson, the boxer. For those who didn't know, he's an actor now, but he
Yep.
was once famous in one fight for biting off his opponent's ear, Evander Holyfield.
Oh gosh,
So-
the infamous, yeah.
They-
Everybody-
So Mike is more into the what do you call this? The substance business now. He's
Yes.
more of a
yes.
he's more of a canapreneur at this point,
right.
and he made Mike Bites. So what Mike Bites are is that they're weed gummies, really.
Right.
It's shaped
they're
in
edibles.
ears, inedible, shaped in bitten ears, like Evander Holyfield's. And the funny thing about this is that they even did a video. They even did a commercial for this, where he was showing it to Evander Holyfield.
Uh-huh.
I mean, it's cool that obviously there was a lot of bad blood
Yeah.
back then, but it looks like they're cool now.
Yeah,
And they're
I mean
also-
the thing with Mike Tyson now, like as you mentioned, he's in the cannabis business right now, But I read somewhere that he kind of had he's kind of had this new rebirth, like spiritual discovery, because he took DMT. If you're not familiar with DMT,
Oh, I'm very familiar with DMT, man.
man,
I'll
he
be.
was like, when they were asking him about it, he's like, "Do you even understand the toad?"
I mean, look, man. Mike is a crazy boy, right?
Yeah.
The stories that you've heard from people hanging out with Mike Tyson, it's
Uh-huh.
just insane.
Yeah.
Speaking of all that, I remember Jamie Foxx just telling the story about Mike Tyson. I think it's on the Rogan podcast or something
Uh-huh.
where he just witnessed Mike Tyson in a club or something. He
Right.
just bought a BMW on the spot because girls liked it or something like that. You know, I mean, obviously he bought a tiger.
Right.
That's another one. He had a pet tiger, famously
Yeah.
in The Hangover.
Yep.
So I mean, the man is just on another level. And look,
He's another level. Yeah.
it's insane what the turnaround for him now is.
Right.
Is right. Given
Yeah.
his past, obviously
Yeah.
he's the bad boy. He's the baddest man on the
Yeah.
planet. He was,
Yeah.
and he had a lot of run-ins with the law, obviously, and ever since.
He attributes his rebirth to the use of DMT.
Hey man, look, whatever floats
Yeah.
your boat, you know,
Exactly.
whatever purpose you find in life, that's great.
Right.
I mean, ever
Yeah.
since The Hangover, I think he's kind of been in a different light in terms
Right.
of PR. So
Right.
that's pretty cool. But again,
Yeah.
you still don't want to mess with Mike.
No,
okay,
no,
let's
no
just
way, no way.
let's put it this way. I mean,
Yeah.
if you see him in public, don't be an asshole because I mean,
Yeah.
look, he has a left uppercut, baby. He's gonna hit you with that. You're done.
Yeah. You're
So-
done.
Okay, another weird product that I found, and this is pretty tame. So One
Yeah.
Direction came out with their own brand duct tape.
Really?
Yeah, so they had their own duct tape, and they even had their own line of stationaries. I don't know why, but
Yeah.
you're writing on One Direction branded kind of stationery. That's kind of weird.
Wasn't that like a thing like before? Like, I think remember like back in the day when like you had like the Backstreet Boys and NSYNC. I think they kind of did that before like One Direction did, right?
Well, if we're gonna talk about it like that, any Filipino kid would know
Yeah.
about those notebooks, about those calendars, about those stationaries with celebrities on them for some reason.
Oh yeah.
Remember, if you go
absolutely,
every time you go to National Bookstore, you have the Jolina notebook. You, you have the TGIF calendars.
Right. Yeah.
Diba? Yeah. The scrapbooks that you have your I don't know if anyone has Piola Pascual, scrapbooks over there. Shout out to you.
Papa P.
I think it's still going on right now. If you go,
Yeah.
if National Bookstore is the thing, I mean, kids are going back to school with
Right.
with Batang X notebooks or
Yeah.
something. I don't know, man.
Yeah.
So, another weird one that I found, and this is actually pretty cool if you ask me. So,
Right.
Eminem obviously famously lived in a poor section of Detroit,
Detroit. Yeah.
and the house he lived in was demolished. And what he did was he essentially sold side bricks from that house,
Oh.
right? So this is the
Wow.
house that's in the, I believe, in the no, the Marshall Mathers LP
Right.
covers.
Silver. Yeah.
Both of them, yeah. So both 1 and 2.
Oh.
So he sold,
Uh-huh.
he probably bought the house himself and just
Yeah.
demolished it. I mean, he's
Yeah.
Eminem. He can do whatever he wants.
Yeah. He's Slim Shady.
He's Slim Shady, man.
Yep.
And another similar product that I found. So Elton John sold rocks that are scented. It's
Really?
called Elton Rocks.
Elton Rock.
I mean, that's pretty cool if you ask me.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen him live? I know he stopped doing shows, but did you ever
I
get to
think-
see him?
Oh, my wife has seen him live. I haven't. But he did play a few shows a couple years ago at Dodger Stadium. He's great.
Again,
though, I heard. Yeah.
I mean, I mean, look, I watched that
Seasons that make
Yeah.
I watched Rocket Man. That was an amazing
Oh,
movie.
the movie. That was a great movie.
Yeah, the one
Yeah.
with what's his name? The guy
Taron
from
Egerton?
Kingsman. Yeah, the guy from Kingsman.
Yeah.
So that was pretty good. I mean,
That was
I was
really
really
Yeah.
I was really entertained by that man's story. It's
Right.
crazy how he came about.
Mm.
and it's amazing that he's just he's essentially the one who writes the music, right?
Yeah.
His Bernie Taupin writes the lyrics and he
He
writes
writes the
the
lyrics.
music to
Yeah.
it. It's insane.
Yeah.
Obviously, a lot of hits, and
Music.
if
Yeah.
anyone has the juice to sell rocks, it's gonna be
Elton
Elton John.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. One of the weirdest things that I found, and just to end this, is Gillian Anderson from X Files. I don't know if you're a big X Files fan.
Right.
So, well, her name is Jillian, starts with a G. So she started selling drinks called the G Spot. It's energy drink for some reason. Okay, all right, cool. So I mean, look, there's a lot more if you look, but yeah, it's just funny. Look, man, at the end of the day, you gotta stack that paper. Right? You gotta earn that paper.
You gotta make some paper. Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? You gotta.
Like I think, but going back to the sports, the sports and business, tie-in, like Wheaties is,
Oh yeah.
like it's been around, MJ, Wayne Gretzky.
Have you ever tried? Look, I've never tried Wheaties in my life. Have you?
I have not
You live there
tried
now. You haven't tried it yet.
Yeah, yeah, no, I haven't.
So they're just
Remember that? There's that one movie, like I think it was "Don't Be a Menace to South Central" while drinking your juice in the hood, and they saw like Wheaties
Wheaties.
with Dr. Dre on it.
Oh, the chronic cover with it. Yeah. Hey man, if your brand is that strong
Yeah.
to go crossover like that, more
Right.
power to you.
Another
Right.
thing, remember that '90s cartoon Pro Stars?
Oh, dude, yeah, that was
Bo Jackson,
that was
Michael
Bo
Jordan.
Jackson. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So there were cartoon versions, really
Have
funny
the powers
slapstick
and
kind of comedy.
Right.
So what I remember from that one, I think Wayne Gretzky was the comic relief, if I'm not
Yeah.
mistaken. He was the goofy one for some
Yeah.
reason. But and then I didn't. Okay, so I'll be honest. When I first heard of that show, I only knew about Michael Jordan. Yeah,
Right.
but when I saw Wayne Gretzky in real life, I was expecting him to be that guy in the cartoon, being the dumb kid that I was. Like, that's not Wayne Gretzky that I know. What? All right, so we've been talking about food a lot, and
Yeah.
listen, I just came back from actually having this. I went to an eat all you can dim sum place just now
Right.
before I got
Ooh,
here.
Okay.
Kind of got me thinking, man. I mean, we're in a position where we're kind of fortunate enough to have had a lot of different foods in our life.
Right.
So I'm gonna state the obvious. What's your favorite cuisines to have eaten in your life? Do you have anyone? It doesn't have to be ranked, okay? I know it's a
No
tough
ranks.
ask.
Okay, no ranks. Yeah.
Let's just say what the goats are. How about that?
Okay.
You want to start with the obvious first. Filipino food. Let's get that out of the way.
Let's get it out of the way. Filipino food is always there. It's
It's always good.
it's nostalgia. It's it's home.
Do you have a favorite dish? Do you have a favorite Filipino dish?
Sisig.
Sisig is your favorite.
Yeah. Sisig's
Why is that? Why is that?
I think Anthony Bourdain kind of summed it up best. That sisig, he said, quote unquote, from his episode in the Philippines, is a sweet symphony of pig parts. Yeah, and the way God rest his soul, Anthony Bourdain, one of my favorite all time writers, personalities. I will always tell my wife there's two celebrity deaths that really shook me. One was Kobe, another was Anthony Bourdain.
Yeah, that was kind of sad what happened to him. To be honest.
Yeah,
I mean-
he said like it's when you hear, he said something to the extent of, when you hear Filipinos in other countries reminisce about the food that they miss the most, it's always sisig that comes up number one. And then when he had it, like, now I understand why.
Fair enough. I mean,
Yeah.
that's kind of one of my lists as well. But I mean,
Yeah.
if I had to pick something different, I would always go for sinigang,
Oh, yeah.
because you can have that in the cold. You can have that when it's warm.
Yes.
There's vegetables in it. There's protein.
Right.
It has this weird flavor that's gonna be unique. You can put it on
sour-
rice.
the sour.
You can dunk your bread in
Yeah.
it, whatever you want. It's just so
Yeah.
versatile for me.
Yeah.
So that's it.
Yeah.
Anything else? How about another? So that's Filipino cuisine out
Yeah.
of the way.
The second most obvious, I would say Chinese.
Right, right.
Dim sum, can't go wrong with that. Can't
You
go
got a
wrong
favorite
with.
dim sum?
Oh, there's this place in Chinatown in downtown. It's called Mama Lou's Dumpling House, which is our go-to. You can't go wrong with their shumai and their hargao.
Ooh,
Yeah,
dumplings is your pick. Okay, all
yeah.
right. So my pick in that. Okay, so the thing about Chinese food is actually a freaking cheat code because there's just so many.
There's so many.
Though my favorite probably if I had to pick was is the roasted pork. The roasted
Mm,
pork that they have, the barbecue
right,
that they have is just
right.
it's just amazing, right? So
Hmm.
you have the roasted pork, you have the they have the char siu,
The char siu, yeah.
right?
Uh-huh.
You have the duck. Those barbecue dishes that they
Right,
have is insane, man. I don't need to have rice with that. It just has to
right.
have the right
Yeah,
sauce on it. That's great.
yeah,
The spicier, the better as well.
right.
Okay, so that's two out of the way. What else do we wanna? What else is probably on your
I
list?
would go. I would go Spanish third.
Okay,
Yeah, paella. You can't go wrong. Callos. I'm not sure if you had callos, but yeah.
I've had that.
Yeah.
Is lengua a Spanish dish? Is it?
Lengua. It depends. Yeah, I think it would consider it
Yeah.
Spanish as well. Yeah, and then of course you have your regional stuff like in Andalusia, which is the southern part of Spain. You have what they call the rabo de toro, which is like an oxtail stew.
Ooh,
Yeah,
yeah, I would definitely be down
pretty
for
good.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
their tapas definitely are
Yes, the
always.
tapas. You gotta have the
Yeah,
tapas.
always good with with like some whiskey or or some wine. Yeah,
I want to add something. I want to add a
yeah,
cuisine. So
yeah.
I would add Mexican to this list.
Oh yeah,
I gotta have my tacos. I gotta have my
yeah.
sopes. I
Dude,
gotta have all that.
when you come over, there's this place here called Don Chilaquiles.
Oh God.
I gotta write that down. What's the
Yeah,
name?
it's like a
You send it to me. You
it's,
send it to
dude.
me.
It's not even a restaurant. It's like a stall on the corner of Sixth and Vermont.
Okay. So the last time I was there, my brother in law, shout out Ron, just took us
Uh,
around, right?
yeah,
We were looking for legitimate Spanish food. We just hit
right.
up the food trucks, man.
Mexican
It's
tacos. Oh yeah, yeah,
crazy. Just near the Walmart or whatever.
yeah.
It's just you can just get amazing food for cheap. And even look,
Right.
even the hot dogs, the Mexican selling hot dogs on the
Oh yeah,
side. I mean, dude, that was amazing. I saw them at
yeah.
Staples Center. You can Venmo them and stuff.
The LA dog. Yeah,
Yeah, it's
yeah.
pretty insane. But
Street dogs.
there's
Yeah.
this place here. So there's this guy who lived in the States who moved here, and he put up a birria taco shop over here.
Ooh. Okay.
So it's about a 10-minute drive from my house. So it's
Right.
something that I would get regularly, but
Hmm.
I'd make sure to have that every other week, maybe
Right.
just to get. It's not cheap, but it's pretty good. So I always go
Yeah.
there. So yeah, I'll put Mexican in there.
Right.
Anything else we want to put on
Um.
the tier list?
Let's see on the tier. Thai.
Thai. Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, another standard.
Yep.
Love me some good pad Thai, bro.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Definitely. And also one of my favorite dishes from like Thai restaurants is what they call the crying tiger. It's like
What
grilled
is
pork,
that?
but it's really sometimes they make it really spicy.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, they make good fried food as well, right, Thais?
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
And they got a lot of fragrant stuff in their meats, and
Right.
it tastes a little bit different.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know if you've had a lot of this, but given I was in Singapore for a while, I had a lot of these,
Ooh.
and growing up, I had a lot of these as well.
Yeah.
Shout out to my friend Sam. Indian food, man. I gotta
Uh,
say, Indian food is on
oh
that list.
gosh, Indian food
Okay,
is always good.
it's
Yeah.
amazing. It's amazing how diverse that food is.
Yeah.
How filling it is. I love
Yeah.
me some good samosas. I love me some good curry.
I
And
love
my
butter chicken as
butter
well.
chicken is great. The
Yeah.
spicier, the better.
Yeah.
One thing that I had
Lassies too,
that
man.
I can't forget was they had this. They had the chicken kebab dish that was
Mhm.
so the meat was lathered with minty leaves
Right.
and all that, and the curry was the curry dip was just spicy.
Hmm.
It's just amazing, man. And the
Yeah.
naans, bro.
Dude,
I can eat that all day. I don't
butter
need rice
chicken
for
with
that.
basmati rice and naan.
Oh, but I don't know if so you know who Russell Peters is, right?
Yeah, yeah, oh yeah, 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 definitely.
So I'll send you the link. But given Russell Peters grew up, apparently Russell Peters grew up with a lot of Filipinos,
I did, yeah, yeah.
and he had and look, when comedians do accents, sometimes a lot of people are gonna be mad about it. A lot of
Yeah.
people are gonna be
He does the
offended.
Philippine accent.
He does an amazing
He's so
Filipino
good.
accent, man.
Oh
He
yeah.
doesn't, dude.
Like that time when he was he had the stand up comic the stand up special, right? And then he was like, "Hey, is any Filipinos in the house?" Like, ooh, like yeah, I know you guys are Filipino right away because he keeps staring at the microphone like there's gonna be karaoke after the show. And he goes, like, "I hope this Mumbai hurry up. You know, I want to get up and
He
see.
had a
Let's go."
he had a great Filipino accent, but he even knows. Like, I know it's a horrible term, but the Mumbai term, he knows that. It's
Yes, he knows it.
insane.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Amazing. Shout out Russell Peters.
You
He's
know,
one of
yeah.
my favorite comedians. One of my favorite
He was
comedians.
one
Yeah,
of the
he's,
best. Yeah,
he
yeah.
does great accents. Even look, even Drake did a great Filipino accent. Did you see that bit about the
Yeah.
Manny Pacquiao one he did?
Yeah.
The one he sang "Let It Go." It was funny.
Right, right.
Even though I saw a video of
Yeah.
someone showing it to Manny, he
Uh-huh.
doesn't seem too pleased about
Yeah.
it though.
Don't forget about Anthony Edwards, man. Austin,
You're so Steve, you're him.
Austin, you're him.
But yeah, I mean, yeah, Indian food, man. Indian
Yeah.
food is on my list. It's.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, if I had to rank it, it's probably in my top three.
Yeah.
If you had,
Right,
it's probably on my top three.
right.
Anything else you want to add to the list?
Yeah, local Hawaiian.
Oh, I'm always okay. So I'll be honest here. I don't know anything about Hawaiian cuisine except for the local mocos.
Right.
So
Oh,
what
it's
is the
best,
difference? What is unique about Hawaiian cuisine and what's
So I
unique thing
just
about
learned
it?
about this yesterday. I just learned about this yesterday. Shout out to Amanda and Felix Eats, one of the best Hawaiian food vloggers. A local Hawaiian food vloggers out there. There's a difference between Hawaiian food and local food. When you say Hawaiian food, it's like the cuisine that's native to the original Hawaiians. But when you say local food, it's like Hawaiian food that is influenced by the other immigrants who came to Hawaii, like the Japanese, the
So it's
Filipinos,
more
the
fusion
Chinese.
kind of thing.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. But definitely local Hawaiian food like spam musubis and the plate lunches. Yeah, those are like and of course the shave ice. You know.
Wait. So spam musubi is local Hawaiian.
Yes, because it's a derivative of like sushi because it's spam musubis. Musubi is basically a
Spam came from the
yeah, they got the spam from the Americans
Yeah.
from after the war, and then they made something like we have that slab of spam with like rice and then wrapped
Yeah.
in nori.
So where does local moco fall into all this?
Loco Moco, I believe, is local. You know, you have the influence of the Filipino with because of the white rice, but you have the burger patties, and then they smother it with gravy. So it's kind of like you know the Jollibee burger steak. It's
Yes.
kind of like that, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's what essentially it was, right? That just
you
had
have a
egg in
fried egg
it.
on top of it. Yeah,
burger steak with
Yeah,
yeah,
the gravy doesn't really stick out too much. It felt like a normal kind of gravy.
but
Okay.
this one, the gravy's an integral part of the Loco Moco.
Okay. Right.
Yeah.
Okay. The other thing that I wanted to kind of point out was, and I just recently realized that I love this kind of food, Vietnamese, man, Vietnamese food.
Oh gosh,
And
yeah.
I'm not talking about the pho. I love the
Not
pho.
just the pho,
Don't get
yeah.
me wrong. I love the pho, but I'm talking about the wraps that they have. Those thin paper
the
wraps.
spring rolls, yeah.
Yeah, the spring rolls that they had, the thin ones and
Really
with the
good,
meats on
yeah.
them, bro. I
Yeah.
could eat that all day, bro.
Those are so good. Yeah.
Right?
And also the rice dishes. Like they have one of my favorite things from our local Vietnamese restaurants here is like what they call the lemongrass pork. It's basically grilled pork and you have like rice and you have like a sweet chili sauce to go with it. It's really good.
All right, all right.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think that's a lot, but
Yeah.
I wanna narrow it down to one more, and it's
Yeah.
gonna be a tough choice. I'll let you
Yeah.
have the honors, but if you add one more to that
If
list
I had
that we
one
just made,
more, okay.
what would it be? I know that we've left out some stuff.
Hmm.
That's by design, but I want
My
you to
wife,
have the last word. What's the
my,
last one you're gonna add to the list?
my wife was in the background. She's saying like, "Oh, go Cajun cuisine," which is good. I love that. I love the cuisine of Louisiana.
Okay.
But personal preference, I would go with Malay, Southeast Asian.
Ooh, okay, okay, all right. Interesting,
Your
interesting.
nasi lemak, your laksas. You know, I know
Right,
you've lived in Singapore, so you've had your share of
dude.
of
I've
chili
had
crab and
I've had so much of that. I've had so
oh
much
my
of that.
gosh.
What's your favorite out of the bunch? So I mean, if we're talking about
Mm.
that kind of cuisine, what stands out in your mind?
Laksa.
Laksa.
Laksa. I love noodle dishes like ramen, pho, wonton soup, but laksa is like top, because of just just that, all those flavors. It's just
To be
yeah.
honest, that's probably one of the things that I hate about it. I never liked laksa,
Really?
and yeah.
Oh,
So there's this place in Singapore where you can
uh,
get. It's kind of like, I don't want to say it's the Green Hills of Singapore, but
great.
because Green Hills is known for if you know, you know.
Is it
Okay.
Lucky Plaza?
No. This is not
No.
Lucky Plaza. So
Oh,
there's this mall in Singapore. It's kind of like the Green Hills of Singapore, but
yeah.
it's not Green Hills, because if you know, you know what Green
Uh,
Hills is. That's not
yeah.
what it is. So what this place sells is it sells a lot of, if you want to buy sneakers, if you want to buy sporting goods, this is the
Right.
place to go, really.
Uh-huh.
So this is where I bought a lot of Kobe's when I was living
Right.
there. It's where I
Uh,
bought a lot of my Dunks, just
right.
looking for it. This is the place where I actually found actual Shaquille O'Neal size shoes.
Oh,
Just dude, there was just probably this big. I
size
mean, it's
28.
big, bigger than my head, man. It's
Yeah, yeah.
crazy. I tried putting it on, like, yeah, this is the Shaq could stomp on my head easily.
Yeah.
But the thing is, the thing that I hate going there, because in the middle of that shopping mall, there's an eatery that serves laksa,
Oh,
and laksa, I just can't stand the smell, bro.
really?
I can't. Okay, I heard
Oh,
people say it's good,
yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
sour taste and
Right,
whatnot,
right,
but
right.
I never
Yeah.
really liked it.
Uh-huh.
My favorite cuisine, my favorite food from that set. I don't know if you've had it. Is beef rendang.
Oh,
Okay, so beef rendang is
yeah,
my
yeah, yeah.
favorite
Beef
there.
rendang.
It's
I
just
heard like I haven't had beef rendang. I know a friend of ours who lives in Vegas has been wanting to take us to this Malaysian restaurant over there that serves beef rendang. But just looking at it, how it's prepared and how
it's
long it
great.
takes to cook it,
It's great.
yeah,
If if the meat is tender, then that dish is gonna be amazing. It just has
yeah,
so much flavor in it,
yeah.
right? That not we're not used
It's
to.
spicy, right?
You can have it
It
spicy.
can have spicy. Yeah, yeah.
It depends on the place that prepares it.
Uh-huh.
Usually, the place where I get it from, it has a little bit of a kick.
Yeah,
I obviously know I prefer a lot of it,
yeah,
but yeah, I mean, the thing with that is that if they hurry up preparing that dish, it's gonna be the meat is gonna be really hard.
yeah. It's gonna be tough.
But
Yeah. Hmm.
yeah, it's gonna be tough to eat. But if they prepare it, the meat just falls off your spoon, bro.
Yeah.
You can just cut it with your spoon and you see
Right.
the fibers in it.
Right.
It's just amazing. And if
Man.
it just lather the sauce with your
Right.
onion rice,
Yeah.
it's just great. That's probably it.
Man.
All right, we're talking about food enough. That's it.
Right.
We're probably gonna keep it at that.
Right.
We'll be back with another episode. I think we're probably the way we're gonna be doing this moving forward is we're gonna separate the sports stuff from this kind of
With the
stuff.
pop
So
culture stuff.
we'll
Yeah.
have we'll have a little bit more on the short side of things. So
Right.
yeah, I mean,
Cool.
again, follow us on our
Yeah.
socials at the
All our
bottom.
socials.
We appreciate it. Give us a like, give us a subscribe, and we'll see you again
See you.
next time.
See you next time. Peace.
Cheers. Bye.